Shanghai, China, June 28, 2025. Shanghai, one of the world's most populous and economically significant cities, was struck by a catastrophic storm and subsequent flooding on June 28, 2025. The unprecedented weather event, described by meteorologists as one of the most severe in the city's history, brought torrential rains, powerful winds, and widespread destruction. The storm, which began in the early hours of the morning, rapidly escalated into a full-blown crisis, leaving tens of thousands of residents displaced, infrastructure severely damaged, and the city grappling with the aftermath. The storm system, which originated over the East China Sea, intensified as it approached the Shanghai metropolitan area. By 3 a.m. local time, the first signs of heavy rainfall were reported in the city's outskirts. Within hours, the rain became unrelenting, with precipitation rates exceeding 100 millimeters per hour in some areas. The China Meteorological Administration, CMA, issued a red alert, the highest level of weather warning, urging residents to stay indoors and prepare for extreme conditions. Accompanying the heavy rain were powerful winds, with gusts reaching up to 150 kilometers per hour, 93 miles per hour. The winds uprooted trees, tore down power lines, and caused significant damage to buildings and infrastructure. The combination of heavy rainfall and strong winds created a perfect storm, leading to widespread chaos across the city. As the storm continued to batter Shanghai, the city's drainage systems were quickly overwhelmed. By mid-morning, large swathes of the city were underwater. Neighborhoods in low-lying areas, including Pudong, Hongkou, and Yangpu, were particularly hard hit. Streets turned into rivers, with water levels rising to waist height in some places. Residential buildings, commercial establishments, and public facilities were inundated, forcing thousands to evacuate. The Huangpu River, which runs through the heart of Shanghai, swelled to dangerous levels, breaching its banks in several locations. The river's overflow exacerbated the flooding, submerging iconic landmarks such as the Bund and Lujiazui. Emergency services reported that the water levels in some areas reached as high as 2 meters, 6.5 feet, making rescue operations extremely challenging. Over 100,000 residents have been displaced, with many seeking refuge in temporary shelters set up in schools, community centers, and government buildings. The city's hospitals are overwhelmed, struggling to cope with the influx of patients. Emergency services have been working around the clock, conducting rescue operations and providing aid to those in need. "We've never seen anything like this before," said Li Wei, a resident of Pudong who was forced to evacuate his home. "The water came so quickly, and there was no time to save anything. We just had to get out." The storm and flooding have caused extensive damage to Shanghai's infrastructure. Roads and bridges have been washed out, public transportation systems have ground to a halt, and power outages have left large portions of the city in darkness. The Shanghai Metro, one of the busiest subway systems in the world, has been suspended indefinitely, with several stations completely submerged. The city's airports, including Shanghai Pudong International Airport and Hangzhou International Airport, were forced to cancel hundreds of flights, stranding thousands of passengers. The ports of Shanghai, which handle a significant portion of global trade, have also been severely impacted, with operations suspended due to flooding and damage to facilities. The economic impact of the disaster is expected to be staggering. Shanghai is a major hub for finance, manufacturing, and technology, and the disruption caused by the storm is likely to have ripple effects across China and the global economy. Preliminary estimates suggest that the damage could run into billions of dollars. In the face of the disaster, the Chinese government has mobilized a massive response effort. President Xi Jinping has called for all-out efforts to rescue those affected and minimize further damage. The People's Liberation Army, PLA, has deployed thousands of soldiers to assist with rescue and relief operations, while the Ministry of Emergency Management has sent teams of experts to coordinate the response. The Shanghai municipal government has established an emergency command center to oversee the relief efforts. Authorities have urged residents to remain calm and cooperate with rescue teams. Our top priority is to save lives and ensure the safety of our citizens, said Shanghai Mayor Gong Zheng during a press conference. We are working tirelessly to provide assistance to those in need and restore normalcy as quickly as possible. The international community has also stepped up to offer support. Neighboring countries such as Japan and South Korea have sent disaster relief teams, while the United Nations has pledged to provide emergency aid. Humanitarian organizations, including the Red Cross and Médecins Sans Frontières, are on the ground, assisting with medical care and distributing essential supplies. This is a tragedy of immense proportions, and the world stands with Shanghai in this difficult time, said UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. We are committed to providing whatever assistance is needed to help the city recover. The devastating storm and flooding in Shanghai have reignited discussions about the growing impact of climate change. Scientists have long warned that rising global temperatures are leading to more frequent and intense extreme weather events. Shanghai, a coastal city with a population of over 24 million, is particularly vulnerable to the effects of climate change, including sea level rise and extreme weather. What we're seeing in Shanghai is a stark reminder of the urgent need to address climate change, said Dr. Zhang Ming, a climate scientist at Fudan University. If we don't take decisive action now, events like this will become more common and more severe. As the waters begin to recede, the focus is shifting to the long and arduous process of rebuilding. The road to recovery will be challenging, with significant resources and time required to repair the damage and restore normalcy. However, the resilience and determination of the people of Shanghai offer hope for the future. This is a dark chapter in our city's history, but we will emerge stronger, said Mayor Gong. Together, we will rebuild and ensure that Shanghai remains a beacon of progress and prosperity. In the meantime, the city remains on high alert, with authorities monitoring the weather closely and preparing for the possibility of further storms. The lessons learned from this disaster will undoubtedly shape Shanghai's approach to urban planning and disaster preparedness in the years to come.